You know, I just had a realization of, you know, we really have to recognize patterns of toxicity. For example, you know, because I grew up with a mother and a father that would treat me as if I wasn't good enough and try to tell me that I'm not good enough, you know, it it can sometimes cause you to get into work scenarios or friendships where people will try to treat you the same way, and it's not good. It's a lot easier for me to spot when I meet people like that, cuz it's like when when I have certain jobs, I can tell that like people want to talk down to me, or they want to have me seek them for approval, and that's unhealthy. And a lot of people don't really talk about how sometimes unhealthy family systems are, and then how they can create the same atmosphere within jobs or friendships. And or like, for example, I feel like a lot of men get told that they can't be vulnerable because they're told that being vulnerable is like a sense of femininity, or they're told that it's weakness when it's in reality they're just being people. And because everybody has emotions, like, I don't know where the stereotype comes from that men are like weak if they're scared or sad, but like men become afraid too. Like, I don't know where people think that men are like supposed to be out here like punching tigers in the face and being like, yeah. but but like, that's a lie. Like, they get afraid too. And I also don't understand why, like, I was specifically brought up like this, where like women, I was told that I had to be like I couldn't be vulnerable and I couldn't be emotional. And if I was considered like too sensitive, when honestly I was just being abused and I was mad and then I had rage about it. So that's really unhealthy too. And then like teaching daughters to be like hyper independent also is very toxic, because then if they decide they want to get married, then they can't submit to their husband. And then the men that marry women that are taught that they can't be vulnerable, then they can't be vulnerable to their wives. So it's like, and then they also create those type of systems within work environments, because a lot of bosses act like how some people's parents act towards them, and a lot of people don't see it. And I'm like, you can't, like, no, I don't have to stay here. So I just would um encourage you to look at the patterns of your childhoods, and then look at the systems and the people that you're around, so that you can learn from the patterns that you grew up with, and ask God to help you to get out of those systems and create new patterns, so that you can create generations behind you and with you that will have a healthy environment and a healthy mindset and a healthy, just just generations after you having a healthy life and a healthy mentality, because it's very toxic. And I really don't want people to feel like they're not good enough, or they're not okay to express their emotions in a healthy, regulated way, because that's highly promoted in the Bible. Like, I know that people think that, there's a lot of toxicity in the Bible and there's a lot of awful people, but in reality, people have flesh. People are awful. And it's just shown in the Bible, and the Bible's just showing you the people that are toxic. And they're also showing you the people that were just people, like Moses. Moses, like, didn't follow through. Or, like, there was people that were betrayed. Like, Joseph was sold by his own brothers. I was sold by my family. So, like, you can't sit here and pretend like the Bible is like literally not the same thing as it is right now. It's the same scenarios, just a different story and different timeline. So, just I pray that today that you guys just see these patterns and that you be free from them, because it's not healthy, and God wants us to be healthy. So God bless you, God keep you, and I pray that you see these patterns and that we learn from them and we just move away from them and be who God wants us to be, because that's not what he wants for us. So God bless you.